I knew that I was gonna get this question.
A lot of the time wasn't. Let me be honest. Like, okay, a second chance, you know.
I don't really know what that means. So, yeah. Hi loves, so today I'm going to be doing my very first video, my Q&A get to know me video, where I'm going to be answering you all's questions that y'all asked me over on Instagram. And I'm so excited for y'all to get to know me more, for me to kind of talk with you all in a way, and just to start this journey. So let's honestly just get straight into it. So, where are you from? So I am from Dinwiddie, Virginia. It's like it's actually one of the bigger counties that are here, but for others it's a smaller county in Virginia. If you know the Richmond area, it's like around near that area, maybe 30 minutes out from Richmond. And yeah, I've been here my whole life, grew up here, and yeah, that's where I am from. Okay, when is your birthday? My birthday is December 5th, 2006. I'm a Sagittarius. How was it adjusting to the college lifestyle? Okay, so for those of you who do know, like I said, how I've said before, I was the only other person from my hometown besides like one other person who went to A&T. So it was definitely an adjustment, but I will say that I am very much an extrovert. You know, I talk to anyone, I talk to everyone. Like, I'm able to put myself out there, so that made it easier. I think the hardest part about adjusting was like when it was like hard times or different things that happened during my time in college, and it was like sometimes I really just wanted my mom there to talk to and vent to, and I could talk to her over the phone, but it's different to have her in person, be able to hug her, like really just vent and things like that. Or even just like, you know, my best friends from home and talking with them. You know, I grew up with them since elementary school, so they fully know the person I am, even though I've grown now coming out of college. Like, just those moments I would say was probably the hardest part of adjusting. But I do think that, you know, me meeting new people, talking to new people, getting perspectives and putting myself out there really helped me to adjust, because it helped me find my place. And I think that if it wasn't for, you know, finding my place and doing all that, I don't know how I would have adjusted if I didn't put myself out there and really talk to people and figure out what I enjoy, because A&T is huge. So I'm definitely grateful and thankful for that. And even though, you know, I was away from home, I think that I made A&T a second home. So that is how I would say I adjusted. What is a lesson you learned the hard way? You cannot be nice and give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is probably the biggest lesson that I've learned even before I got to college, but I feel like I really understood that once I got to college. I think that I was raised to be a very forgiving person, to be nice to everyone, which of course I am nice to everyone, but I think that growing up I kind of started to do it in an unhealthy way, as far as, you know, giving people the benefit of the doubt who did not deserve it. I think that when people show you who they are once, you have to believe them. Like, okay, a second chance, you know, but for the most part, if people show you who they are, if a person shows you who you are that goes against your character, it does not go for something that you stand for, you know that you don't respect what that person did, and you still choose to give them the benefit of the doubt or try to paint this picture as if there's somebody else who they're not, at that point the blame falls onto you, because they already showed you who they are. They showed you, they, you know, did whatever actions that they did, and you still choose to paint this picture as if they're this whole other person when they showed you who they are. So I think that out of everything, that is the biggest lesson that I've learned. You cannot be nice to everybody. Not everybody deserves that. Not everybody, you know, just some people take your niceness for granted, and they don't deserve that. You cannot be nice to everybody. You cannot give everybody the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes people know what they're doing. They just know what they're doing, and they don't deserve that benefit of the doubt, because a lot of the times once you give that to them, then they feel like it's okay to do whatever it is again and again and again, because they feel like you're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. You're going to forgive them over and over again, so they feel comfortable enough to keep on disrespecting you over and over again. So yes, I think that is the biggest lesson that I had to learn the hard way. It took some time, but you know what, I'm glad that I learned it. And you know what, things that happened for me to learn that, helped me to learn it. So it is what it is. What type of content can we expect? Okay, so first of all, this page is kind of going to be a little bit of everything. I would say it's going to be advice content, makeup content, fashion content, just lifestyle, me navigating my life in general, growing up, being in college, extracurriculars, activities, my career, me double majoring, life at A&T, and then of course, like I said, all the hobbies and stuff that I like to do, going shopping, makeup. I love giving advice and sharing any gems. If there's something that I know that could be shared with other people to help other people, I'm going to share that. So it's a little bit of everything. It's going to be a good ride with this channel, but it is definitely going to be a lot that you can expect, and I'm just really excited to get into it. What made you want to start a YouTube channel? So I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for years. Actually, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel since I was probably in middle school, and different things in my life prevented me or maybe not want to do it, just nerves and feeling it was cringy, wondering if I was going to be judged, and then some point in my life not having the motivation to want to do it anymore. After my dad passed on YouTube, I wouldn't want to do that. So it's definitely been something that's been a long time coming, but I truly think that I want to start a YouTube channel, and I'm starting this YouTube channel because I really want to make an impact, and I really want to just show my life, document my life, tell my story, and hopefully help others along the way to see and to relate and to help. And I just really think that me starting this YouTube channel is a new chapter, and I don't know, I'm definitely really excited about it. I can't wait to continue it, and I'm really happy that I finally had the courage to just go along and do it. And I do think I can thank A&T for that as well, for building up my confidence and making me feel empowered, because marketing and multimedia journalism is my majors. So I mean, this is all what it's about. So yeah, I'm really excited to start. I knew that I was gonna get this question. I knew I was gonna get this question. Are you seeing anyone right now? I am not seeing anybody right now. I am single, not seeing nobody. And I do think that since I am working on a lot of goals and doing a lot of things right now, I don't want to see anybody in that way anytime soon. But yes, I am single. What is the best piece of advice you have received? I've received a lot of good advice in my life, but I think I'm gonna have to go with what's tattooed on me, and it's always be humble. And my dad used to always tell me that growing up, and I think it's the best piece of advice I've learned for so many reasons. Number one, I think that always be humble is something that you kind of have to remember at all points in life, because even when you're successful, you never want to be cocky, because all of this at the end of the day is materialistic stuff and it's status, and at the blink of an eye those materialistic things and that status can go. So I think that if you are a person who, regardless of your status, even if you're at the top of the top, wherever you are, if you're always humble, it doesn't matter what's taken away from you, what happens, you're going to be able to withstand anything, because you never got so cocky to the point where you felt like it was all that you had. So I think that being humble is the best piece of advice. Even when you are struggling, or even if you do have it all, just being humble and just holding yourself to a certain standard where you don't think you're better than nobody else regardless of anything, I think truly tells character, and truly just, for me, I feel like it's of the utmost importance. So I think that's the best piece of advice that I have received and I've been told throughout my life. So how has your experience been at A&T? Okay, as I said, it's been good, ups and downs, and I do believe that, you know, it's changed me so much as a person. I think that I am more confident in my boundaries, and I'm more confident in who I am as a person. I know what I want and what I don't want. I know what I will go for and what I won't go for, and I know the things that make me fulfilled more since being at A&T. So the experience has been just amazing. I love the culture. I would not trade being at a HBCU for nothing. I knew when I was actually doing my whole college, like just figuring out where I wanted to go, where exactly I wanted to be, I knew from the start, I'm going to a HBCU. I'll apply to other colleges and institutions and things like that as well, but at the end of the day, I knew I was going to a HBCU. It was just like, which one? And now being at A&T, I could not imagine being anything other than an Aggie. So the people who I've met, the relationships that I've built, the experiences that I've had, I just would not trade it for anything. So my overall experience at A&T has been nothing short of amazing. How do you balance your academics and extracurriculars? So for my academics and extracurriculars, a lot of the time, well, let me be honest, okay? So spring semester, I would say I went out a lot, and I feel like I did a lot more spring semester than fall, even though some of my peers and people who I know may beg to differ and think I did a lot the whole time. But I think that, for one, with my academics are going to come first regardless if there is a school hosted event, regardless if there's a party later on, regardless if there's a kickback or something going on. My academics is going to come first. If I know that I have an assignment that is due at 11:59 that night and I have not done it, best believe I'm gonna make sure that's done before I put on any clothes to go out somewhere. Like, I don't play when it comes to my grades. And I think that another habit that I would instill is that at the beginning of the week, if my professors put out like the rest of the work for the week, or if I could see it on Blackboard, like all my work for the week, on Monday or Tuesdays were my days off, Tuesdays and Thursdays, on Monday or on Tuesday, I'm getting all that work done on Monday or Tuesday or both days, so that way I know if anything else comes up later on that week that I want to go to, I'm able to go to, because guess what? I already got my work done, so there's nothing for me to worry about besides studying, which happens earlier in the day, so I can go to whatever event or extracurricular thing or meeting that I need to go to. What advice would you give to your younger self? Keep going. Keep going, keep going, and then I forget to mention, keep going. I think that, you know, many people may not know, but there's been so much stuff that has happened in my life, that just like hard things and things that I've been through and had to have gone through, and you know, there were times where it just felt like, is it worth the effort to keep going and to just keep on continuing things, because there were so many things in my life that has happened that it felt like it was the end of the world. But I just would want to tell my younger self that it's not the end of the world. There's still more life out there for you. There's still more things for you to do. You haven't even found yourself yet. All of this that's happened, it's sad and it's hurtful, and I know that it's painful, but you have to keep going. You have to push. There is so much more life to live. There's so much more things to do. The work does not stop now. And I would just say to just keep going. How is it being an out-of-state student? As I said earlier, you know, it was definitely an adjustment. I miss my mom. I miss my besties and my close friends from home. But I do think that it did give me a lot of character development, because it allowed me to see new perspectives, meet new people from all over, and not stay comfortable with just people who I know. So I think being out of state was, it taught me a lot, and it opened up my mind to so many things, made me see so many things differently, and really just helped me grow as a person overall. I think that if I would have stayed in state and was like around the same people who I grew up with, I wouldn't grow. I think I would kind of feel stunted, just for my journey, just for me. So I think that being out of state allowed me to see that there's so much more to the world, and there's so much more out there. And yeah, it had its ups and downs, but being out of state was good. Who's my favorite rapper? Okay, not everyone may think he's a rapper, but he's multifaceted to me. Drake. If you know me, I also love YB as well. And yeah, those are, yeah. But also, I listen to rap, but I'm definitely like R&B girl, like chill. I love the oldies, I love the new school R&B music. Like I said, Drake, P&D, Bryson Tiller, Brent, J. Cole. For like oldies, Erykah Badu, just the whole bunch. Nelly, Ashanti, Aaliyah, like all of that. Yes. What's one thing that I like about myself? Okay, I do think that I like how bubbly I am. Well, bubbly. Yeah. I think also my resilience. I think that there's been a lot of times where I've gotten like knocked down, whether it was opportunities, friendships, relationships, things like that, but I've just always kept going. And you know, those things, I tried to never dwell on the past, because the longer that you look back at everything that happened to you in the past, you're gonna stumble going forward, because you're too busy looking back here that you're not focused on what's next and what can you do next and how can you improve. You're too busy looking at what you messed up on, or different things that you hate that happened and you wish you could go back in time, but it's life and you can't do that. So I think that just looking forward, taking those as lessons, learning from them, not saying not to learn from them, but to still push forward and just live life. Oh, and we're ending this on a very interesting note. When can we make a YouTube video? I don't really know what that means. So, yeah. But yes. That was so fun. I hope that I answered the questions thoroughly, I guess, and I hope that this really helped to learn a bit more about me. I think that on like social media, like I feel like you see a lot of my life. I do post a lot, but I think that like the people who are in my circle for real really know my personality and how I am. Like I'm so goofy, like I will laugh at anything, and if you do know me, I'm always smiling, like yes. But I hope that this helped to really get to know me as a person, personally. And I'm so excited for what the future has to hold for this channel. I'm so excited to grow with you all, and you know, everyone who decides to join this little family. And yes, I'm so excited for what just everything has to bring. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to me in the comments. I would love to talk and get to know all of you all as well if you're new. And yes, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Bye, my loves.